Cool. 1, 2, 3. Hey everyone, Aussie Viking here for another video. So there's like a metal tag thing that goes on. I see it every year and I've never partaken in it. This year, obviously I am. So I figured I'd give it a go because it just seems like a lot of fun and I kind of like it. So first of all, name a release you're eagerly anticipating in 2024. That is hard. That is really hard, especially now that I heard that Winter Sun has done time 2. Like, really? Time 2? That's a game changer for me. So I'm going to name all that I'm excited for that I know so far. First up, Testament, fantastic, love them, and I think they even said that they're recording and it should hopefully be out this year. Awesome. Second up, Judas Priest. It's Judas Priest. Their last 2 albums have been amazing. And you know what? This you don't want it to be, but it could very well be the last Judas Priest album. We don't know, but most likely will be, give or take. I don't want it to be, but look, all good things must end. And if that is, I'm hoping it is just as good as Firepower, because that was amazing. And basically the last one, which was what? So, they had sort of Damocles and stuff on it. Escapes my mind of what it was. What it was called. So, but it looks amazing. I mean, it looks amazing. It sounds amazing, and I think it's going to be pretty great. So, yeah, that Winter Sun, like I said, maybe. Oh, I'm an idiot. The new tier album, which has been announced. Frick yeah, one of my favorite bands. Which, yeah, I need to get that one redone and all touched up because it could be better. But one of my favorite bands. Oh, so good live, and I cannot wait for the new album. Just hopefully they release a song, because I need my music. I need to breathe it in and just let it out, sort of deal. You know, just yeah. Anyway, those instead of one, I did a lot. So those are the ones that I am anticipated for. Now, first up, Chinese New Year 2024 is the Year of the Dragon. Show off an album that either inspired or containing dragons on the cover. So I chose a Monomath, and I did have like a Weed Eater one and a few other ones, but I went for a Monomath because Jormungandr, which I have a tattoo of there, as you can tell. Oh, it's so hard to show. So I got that one there. He's actually a dragon, and you know you can see like the little differences they have between different personifications or whatever you call it. But he is a dragon in Norse mythology. A dragon, serpent, very similar, like how I believe Japanese cultures and Chinese cultures have the dragons, but they have like the serpentine dragons, like snakes, but they consider them dragons. So it's considered a dragon. I consider it a dragon, of course, because I love Norse mythology as well. So, but yeah. So what was your favorite album that you acquired in 2023? Oh, that is hard, and that is not fair. There's so many good albums that I listen to that even now I'm looking back and grabbing the albums that I didn't listen to in 2023, and I'm like, this is hard. This is really hard. If you saw my end of year, I even said like, it was a hard year because there's a lot of good stuff. But the one that I have been playing recently a lot, I think it's because I'm getting back into like the new metal sort of stuff. But these guys are like new metal, but deeper, like stronger, better, more chordier, more melody. Just probably one of the best. It has to go to Seven Dust. Truth Killer. Holy shit. Like, I always liked Seven Dust, but Truth Killer I've listened to this a lot. Like, I just chuck it on and I'm just kicking ass and taking names with it. I don't know, man. This album, when I first heard it, I was like, because in Australia, this was like $36, give or take. And I'm like, I listened to it and I was like, yeah, right, it was alright. It was fun. It was alright. But then I just got the urge to keep listening to it. And I did. And I'm just like, some of these songs I can't get out of my head. I Might Let the Devil In. Let the devil in. Really good. Truth Killer. Really good as well. Really good. Like, I don't know, man. This one's actually stuck in my head a lot. This one's really stuck in my head. And I have got a few other albums, but this one's just one of those ones where it was different. It was metal, but it was a different type of metal that I'm not really used to every year. And I quite enjoyed it. And I hope we get more bands that do this sort of stuff, because I dig it. I really do. Okay. Was there a title in 2023 that you satisfied to purchase digitally? Yeah, I was. And originally it wasn't on physical media because I bought it digitally, but then I bought it on physical media, and that was Prong's State of Emergency. am a big Prong fan, but I was like, I wasn't too sure. I listened to a few singles, but I was like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, it's $20 digital. I'm going to buy it. Because if you can tell, it was $32. If you can see the thing. It was like $32 for this version. For the disc version. I was like, I wasn't sure. I did buy it later on because this one also stayed in my head. This one was another good one that really stuck in my head. And I was like, I needed that. And yeah, that was the one that I bought digitally at first. That I'm just like, shit, man, that's actually really, really good. And yeah, it was so good. I bought it digitally. It was so good. I bought it physically afterwards. That's all. Yeah, that's it. Like, and it's prom. It was great. Okay. Name an album that musically doesn't match the cover art. That was hard, but then Zillanado, which, again, maybe they'll have a new album this year because it's been like 2 years since this one, give or take. Wait, what year is this? Yeah, 2022. So 2021, 2022. So yeah, 3 years. Whew. Does this look like a metal album to you, right? This does not look like a metal album, right? It's white, it's got the hands. That to me looks like a very alternative rock, alternative singing, like very high pitched, rocky sort of stuff with maybe, they've got a little bit of techno in there and they're playing a freaking acoustic guitar and sound very strange. Like, that's what I get from seeing that cover. But then you open it up and you open it up and it's like, yeah, similar to that too. And you're like, you open it up though, you put it in and it's blues black metal that is amazing. Completely different from the genre and the music inside. It's so different. But then again, how do you get across blues and black metal? I don't know. And you know what? I feel like a lot of their albums are very much like, what the hell is going on? Blues and black metal, you would not at all get that. And Vanguard as well from that album cover at all. I don't think you would. For me, I was like, give it a go. And I loved it. Alright. Who is the metal artist that you own most items of? Who is a metal artist that I own most items from? Oh. That is hard. That is hard because I own a lot. I got Creator here. I got Sepultura here. I've got Sepultura, Megadeth, Sacred Reich hats up there. I've got a Behemoth, Ghost, Creator flags over there. That is hard. That is hard. But I got the answer. Tool. These guys. So, I own this Fear Inoculum. This is like the second release of Fear Inoculum back in the day. It's got the CD. I've got the code, which I've already used, so there's no way in hell. And the digital download, like, even if you see them, you're not going to be able to get it. But you got the disc, you've got they had lenticular cards in here as well, which was really nice. Like, they did that, and it was just overall great stuff. And I believe they had a DVD, not DVD. Oh, they had the postcards. Yeah, they had the really cool postcard things. These were sick, actually. These are really sick. So I've got that, right? I've also got the first version, the $150 with the little screen that you bring out. I've got that as well. I've also got it on vinyl, the blue one, the big blue one, and I also got the gold edition blue one. Not only that, I've got a Tool tattoo there. I have a Tool flag that are hanging over there. I've got the Opiate special edition Tool item. I've got a lot of shirts because I saw them live. I've got a lot of stuff from Tool. I joined the Tool army. So, as much as I've got a lot of metal artist items, I gotta go with Tool. And the reason I bought a lot of the Fear Inoculum is... So we run back. I've been a fan of Tool since 2009, 2010, give or take. What happened is I became such a fan. I was waiting for the next album. You keep hearing rumors and stuff. It never happened, obviously. I never had the opportunity to go and grab or listen to a new song by them, go and grab their albums, get excited, get the special editions. I never had that until Fear Inoculum. And I freaking loved it. To be able to just... It's like the first time I heard the Fear Inoculum title track, I was playing Doom. We were on the same time Doom, on the Switch and the Xbox came out. The ones that Bethesda did that weren't very good, but then they became amazing. I was playing that, really enjoying it, and then I remember getting a notification saying the first Tool song is out. Paused the game, went onto my TV, because at the time I had a soundbar. That was the best Bluetooth soundbar speaker I had. Connected it up, got YouTube up, whacked on Fear Inoculum, and I just sat back and rolled, and I freaking loved it. Everything just... I blew my mind. Pre-ordered it, pre-ordered the first edition, grabbed that when they announced it, grabbed the vinyl. So I grabbed everything. I literally grabbed everything, and I freaking loved it because I'm a big Tool fan. I love Tool. They helped me get through so much bullshit in high school in general. And yeah, they're the ones, man. They're the ones that make me go, hell yeah. And they are the ones that I own a lot of. Alright. So, show off a release conceptually inspired by literature. Alright. That one is pretty easy. Blind Guardian. Not this specific album of Blind Guardian in general. But you could go with any of them, really, because they're conceptually based on Lord of the Rings, Norse mythology, fantasy, everything. The newest album they did, which is amazing, and I can't wait to see Blind Guardian in like a month, was based around, like, they had a lot of base around American gods and stuff. Like, every single one of their albums, and you can pick anyone or even them as a whole as conceptual artists that just take a lot from other literature, and it's amazing. I don't think they've ever really made a bad album. I mean, you could say this one is from, because Blind Guardians, The Night of the Opera is based around, semi-based around, Queen's A Night of the Opera. Good shit, man. Good shit. So, yeah, Blind Guardian, which is another great band I highly recommend. Name a band that you would travel a considerable distance. Pantera. Pantera. I live in Australia. I know Pantera's coming to Australia. And I think I don't know if they're going to come to South Australia. I hope they do. But if they don't, I will. I'm very tempted to go to like Melbourne or Sydney to go see Pantera. And even then, I'd be even tempted to go to America to see Pantera. Because it's Pantera, and I need to see Pantera once live in my life if I can. Definitely Pantera. 100%. Sour Grape, show a 2023 release that you enthusiastically purchased but eventually lost interest in. That's hard because I don't actually have one. A lot of my purchases in 2023 were really good, and I loved every single one of them. Some more than others, yeah, but I don't have any that I just went, yeah, nah, I just lost interest. I don't have that at all. At all. I don't... Nothing I bought in 2023 I could ever say made me go, yeah, whatever. Not at all. And that's... Granted, I don't blind buy like I used to, so I don't usually get albums that or artists don't really... Like, if an artist I like releases an album that doesn't get good reviews, I probably won't listen to it for a while. So, I don't actually have one. I guess if I was to take one out of my ass, it would be possibly Avenged Sevenfold. But even then, even though Avenged Sevenfold's newest album is weird as shit, it's really good too. Like, I actually kind of like the new album because it's just so out there. So I don't know. I can put that one down, but overall, there was none for me last year that I thought was bad. So yeah. Name an artist you can feel can do no wrong. Municipal Waste. I mean, there is a lot more too as well, but Municipal Waste. Not once has this wonderful crossover thrash, punky, thrashy, fantastically booze-filled band ever made me go, that shit. Every album is fantastic. And while some are better than others, I don't think they've ever made a bad album, and I don't think they just keep going, and they just cannot wait for the next album, which again could be this year. You never know. And Iron Regan's another good one. The same lead singer, and I think a few band members as well are in it. Fantastic as well. Just pointing out there. Show a band release that you bought in 2023 as a direct result of watching somebody's YouTube channel. Sleep Token. Sleep Token, 100%. I actually got it from Thralls of Metal, which is funny because the I forget his name. He's fantastic though. The guy that reviewed it, Necrotic Nick. I'm pretty sure it was Necrotic Nick. Sorry, just came to my head then. He didn't actually like this album, but I was very interested because, well, funny enough, he mentioned this, and I'm like, I'm gonna give him a listen. I gave him a listen, and I enjoyed the song that I heard. Went and rewatched the rest of his review. And then he mentioned things like Zillanado, which I then stopped the review, heard them, loved them. So there's a few of that in there that I do love. And this one, I went out and bought it, and I really liked it. I really did. I actually might have bought it digitally as well, which I can put it up there as well, because I loved it. It's not perfect, but like I said, in my end of year last year, it's a good in-between for people that aren't the biggest metalheads, and I could say the same for Seven Dust too. That like it's good for metalheads that aren't too into metal and want to get into it. And this is a good vibe, and I bought it, man. Sorry, Neurotic Nick, man. Sorry, brother. I bought it, and I like it. You know, but that's fair. Look, as long as you like a piece of art, that's all that matters. So, all right. Show us an otherwise good album that ends up suffering for being too long. There is a few. There is absolutely a few of these. But one of them, it's not necessarily this album, but it's what the band has done the last few times with their albums and their songs. It's Overkill. So as much as I like this one, a lot of the Overkill albums have been quite long. In a sense, like 50 minutes to an hour, if not more. Like, I think this one's like 56 minutes long. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a great album. It's fantastic. And they even did the same thing with their other albums. And the latest one, Scorched. The problem is when it comes to thrash, it's really hard to make an hour-long thrash masterpiece that never gives way. It's not impossible. And even Overkill has done it a few times. But lately they've gone a bit too long, I think. Even Exodus has done that too. And while I love these bands and such, when you're getting into that fast groove and vibe of it all, it doesn't always click at all. And it's kind of annoying because when it does click, it is great. And I can listen to these albums all the way through. Fantastic stuff. But when it just doesn't click, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. So yeah, I'd have to go with them, and I love those bands, but sometimes when it comes to thrash, Random Blood, man, under half an hour, it was just a masterpiece, you know? It's totally fine to have lower end, well, lengths. Alright. Show your favorite band t-shirt. That's bad. That's annoying, because there's so many great t-shirts. I got 3 great t-shirts this year alone. One of them was my Arise t-shirt I got from Sepultura. Why? Because I love Arise. I love Sepultura. I saw him last year, sorry. Amazing. I really hate the fact that they're giving up on themselves. Like, not giving up, you know, breaking up the band. I was hoping they would have at least done one more album, but hey, you can't win them all. But I got 2 that I'm going to show. One from last year and one from this year. So first up, we got Napalm's Death. That beautiful sucker right there. I mean, look, it's just wonderful. It's cookies and rainbows, and then it's just like at the back, it's got that, which hopefully round the wayward waves of my candy colored utopia. I love it. I freaking love it. That one is definitely one of my favorites. Booyah. And my obviously Sepultura one, but my favorite one, I have to say, and it's so good that I've actually getting this on my back as a tattoo. I actually have a bit of it. Is my Tear shirt that I got on their tour, and it's like the undead Viking warrior. Yeah, I'm getting that on my back, and I've got like the face and stuff, and yeah, I just love that. It's fantastic, and I loved it. That's one of my favorites. It's so, actually there's a few Tear ones that I actually have that I thoroughly enjoy, but don't get me wrong, it is hard to choose one of my favorites, like my favorite t-shirts. I've got a Necrophagus or Necrophagia one that's just undead beauty, and I'm like, yeah, man. I've got monomath ones. I've got a lot, man. I've got a lot. I've got Power Man and such. Like, there's so many good Black Sabbath. There's so many good ones. It's just, that's evil. Respect it, but that's evil. Okay. So I actually kind of missed one. There's who is a metal artist that you own the most items by? That was Tool. And then there was another one that comes up where it's like that you own on one or more format. I'm going to switch back to that one. Because I was like, I think I missed one of them. That one is Opeth Sorceress. I've got it on the vinyl here. I bought it on CD. And funny enough, when I bought it on CD first, and I think it was like 2 weeks later, Hog Metal or something like that, who's a radio host in Australia, very full of metal stuff and punk and everything, like just very, very that sort of genre, was doing a contest about Opeth, and you could win the CD, the deluxe CD, which I already owned, of Sorceress. And I'm just like, I'm not going to win, but I'm going to do it anyway, because at that time, I'm like, screw it, I'm going to do it. And my favorite one is Ghost Referees, because it's just amazing. I don't want to go into detail about it, because that will be here for like 2 hours. But it was just an amazing album. And I won. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. In the mail, I get it. I got the second deluxe edition. I think it's still sealed over there somewhere. And then later on, for like $20, I saw that. Still sealed, as you can tell. It's still sealed. The vinyl and such, and I think again it comes with the CD as well. So I'm like, it's the clear vinyl and stuff. I'm like, yeah, screw it. So I owned that one multiple times, and it was worth it. Such a good one. Will I open it one day? Probably, because I do want to hear Sorceress on vinyl, because I do like Sorceress. It's really good progressive metal. Progressive rock. It's more progressive rock, but yeah, really good otherwise. So just to go back to that one. All right. Share a band that has been around for at least 24 years that you think is going strong creatively and relevant. That's a hard one. That is actually a bit of a hard one. I would have to go. Some of these I actually haven't pre-looked at, because I kind of wanted to get my own impression, just like straight up, like think about it. Okay. Band have been around. I actually have a few. Rammstein has never let up. Their last two albums have been amazing. So Rammstein's newest albums have been amazing. But another one is Creator. Creator has been an amazing with their thrash. And I don't think they've really done a bad album. And I think they have been going strong creatively, and they are somewhat relevant in the thrash zeitgeist, if you can imagine that, like the zeitgeist of it all. I think they're really good as a thrash one. Oh, my throat, fucking hell, it's hot and cold. So I had the aircon on, and it's been like 30 something degrees today. It's just, yeah, it's all over the place. And yeah, I know I'm wearing this, but it's very cold now, because it's just, yeah, it's like 11 o'clock and it's fairly cold, and it's just, Australia in summer is one of the most annoying times in the universe. Ugh. But yeah, Creator, I would have to say, and Rammstein would be my two. And I'm not just saying that because I'm saying Creator next month as well, because I love Creator as well. But yeah, Creator, Rammstein, all the way. Share your favorite band mascot. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see this. I have no idea if you guys are going to be able to see this, but what is my favorite band mascot? Oh my god, this is going to be annoying. I'm going to break something, aren't I? If you can see it, we got ourselves. Hang on. I feel like I'm trying to do a freaking sex position here. Hey, honey. Oh. Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. Move out of the way. I'm an idiot. There we go. That right there. Megadeth. Wonderful Rattlehead. And look, we will never speak of it again, of what you just saw, but Rattlehead. Because I got him tattooed on me and I love Megadeth. I'd have, 100% Rattlehead. And I know I still love Eddie the Head and everyone else. Like, even Disturbed's one I love, but Megadeth. Share a random pull from your collection. Okay. Random pull. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Let's do it. Let's do it. Now I'm just... I want to grab somewhere random where it's just different, but... down here. Alright, here we go. Random pull. Deaths. Scream Bloody Goth. Amazing work, amazing death metal. They actually are one of the bands that I just listened to. I'm just like, this is some of the best death metal ever. Still is. Still good. Chuck, we miss you as always. Rock and roll. Also, funnily enough, this was right next to my creator albums. I'm like, because I got a whole lot of them. I'm like, nah, I'm going to go to this one, grab, and I'm just like, creator albums. What do you get? You know, of course. But yeah, that one right there. Show an album from a metal band that others may not consider metal. Yeah. So, I do consider this metal, but I know that a lot of fans don't consider it, or at least don't consider it a part of the metal that they want from this band. And that was Machine Head's Supercharger. If I had Illudum Isanus from Morbid Angel, I probably would have put that up too. But I had to go by one that I had, and I would have to say that Machine Head. If you go by the fact that Machine Head's more thrashy and this wasn't exactly a thrash album, then I think that kind of makes more sense there. Another one I think was from Lost Society, which I couldn't find the album, which is they're a thrash band, but again, that album isn't necessarily a thrash. It is more metal core-ish, new metal-ish. Even though I still like it, yeah, I think that would go up there. Same with that. So yeah, they're like my 20. The questions of the metal questions, the 20 of them, all hickledy-pickledy, you know, like, I hope I didn't miss any. I've got them all up, but sometimes it gets hard, man. Sometimes it gets hard. But yeah, another one I wanted to point out randomly, because I was like, what's another one that, I just remembered that I got this out as well. Another album that you bought from a YouTuber, Ex Mortis. Like, that was, like, that one. Ex Mortis, which I guess you could say was also a blind bought in 2023 to an extent as well, because I've never heard of this band, and I remember seeing this multiple times in the record store, and I was like, I should buy that. I really should buy that. It looks interesting, but I didn't really like push through it, and then I saw a review of it, and they were like, this is one of the best albums of the year, and they're right. If I had listened to this last year, this would have been in my top of the year, 100%. This is a very good thrashy, gothic, sort of dark, album, and it's amazing. And I hate myself for not picking it up last year, and that's on me. But like, damn, I highly recommend it. Ex Mortis, I freaking loved it. But anyway, that's all the 20 questions and then some done. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am doing this at like 11 o'clock at night, so I'm tired as anything, and my throat is killing me because I am a dumbass who decides to do this late at night when nothing makes sense and your body's tired because I've been freaking working all day, and I'm a smart man. But yeah, that's it. Aussie Viking here. I shall see you all in Valhalla. Bye.